Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. This is this week's energy reading for the collective. What can we expect for this week, guys? Hi, my name is Drika. Thank you guys for joining me. I just wanted to say hello. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna get right into this week's energy reading. I've already shuffled some of the cards here. I may shuffle more if I'm led to, but we are going to get into the energy of what you can expect for this week energy reading. All right, you ready? Drop a thumbs up in the comment section if you're ready. Yes, perfect. All right, so the first card we have is accelerated motion. We have fulfillment of wishes. We have, let's see if I can, the wilding. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a beautiful card here. It has pretty much two swords. Yeah, like that. We have, oh, well, I'm going to save that one because I want you guys to also, if you have any, state an intention for your this reading this week, or if you have any questions, like if you're questioning a certain situation or you want to know the answer to something regarding a situation, then I'm going to actually flip these over to give us the angel answers for that situation or that specific question that you ask. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with that card. So I'm going to save these two for last. So we have from our psychic tarot cards here, we have relationships. And it says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. All right. We also have judgment. We pull the judgment card here. It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. All right. And we also have humor. So it says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. All right. So let's get into this reading here. So what we're showing here is with this accelerated movement, it's showing how you can expect that this week, the energy surrounding this time for you, that things are going to start to actually take motion. They're in motion. You're going to see that things are starting to move forward. You are also moving forward. You're focused on the future. You're not allowing the past to dictate where you're going. So you're actually stepping up in some type of way. It's looking like you're stepping up in a, as being more of a leader as well. And this will resonate for some of you, right? Because I'm reading for many people here. So take what resonates and leave what does not, right? So it looks like you're being called into leadership position. You're being called to step forward. You're being called to speak more of your truth. You're being called to speak your truth as far as like, wherever you may have felt repressed, or maybe that, your truth wasn't heard, or you wasn't feeling heard or validated, and what you stood for. It's saying around this situation, you're going to see where you're going to see some light at the end of the tunnel. Things are going to start to start to kind of make sense for you. You're going to see some clarity around this situation here. Thank you, Spirit. And so it's showing here as well with this accelerated motion is that, you're going to be feeling actually high vibes as well. You're going to be feeling more connected to the cosmos here. You're going to be feeling more connected to, even like your soul family, your soul tribe. Whereas, you may have been in a period where you felt like, you've been kind of going at this thing by yourself or alone, or maybe feeling like you haven't been really understood. It's showing here that there's going to be some soul connections coming in for you, where you're going to be actually, you know, feeling seen. You're going to feel understood regarding these connections you're going to come across. And for some reason, it's showing that these connections is something that's going to help ignite something within you. So it's almost like it's going to spark some level of creativity or some level of awareness for you, right? So this is looking like you're actually being guided in this situation. You're being pretty much it's like you're following your heart, you're following your intuition, your knowing. So this inner guidance is what is leading you to this fulfillment of wishes here. So like we said, we have the fulfillment of wishes. So as you can see, there's like this waterfall coming down on both sides of this person as that's standing in the middle. There's this treasure chest, right? And it's showing how that treasure is unlocking for you. There's going to be an overflow of creativity, of inspiration, of peace, just this inner peace. I'm seeing here that you actually are able to just stand in your own light. You know, you're standing in your own truth, right? It's like you're able to embody. It's almost like this Queen of Wands energy here. And that Queen of Wands is very free. She's very in tune with her intuition. She's divinely guided and protected. You know, she sees the fruits of her labor. She's invested a lot of time and energy to cultivate this joy, this peace and happiness. And it's going to bring her a lot of material gain, right? It's bringing her a lot of success, a lot of movement is taking place for her because you know she's tapping into her own well. She's tapping into her own flow, her own energy, her own life force energy, right? She's not looking outside of her for anything. She's just being in tune with herself as well as connecting more with nature. Right, that's the message that's coming through as well. If you're feeling more in tune to connect with nature, please do, because this is showing how your connection with nature is what will help you to unlock these gifts within you. Right, so you want to be able to, allow nature to teach you. You know, nature is one of our, biggest teachers. If you allow it to, you just connect with nature, it's going to unfold to you a lot of answers, as well as help you stay grounded. So, you know, it's important for you to stay grounded this week as well, as you are downloading, or I would say uploading as well, a lot of intuitive messages and a lot of intuitive guidance. So it's important for you to ground this week as well. You know, make sure you're earthing or planting your feet on the earth or the ground, or even land on the ground. You know, this is showing how, you know, this is requiring you to get grounded. Maybe you've been, tapping into a lot of your higher chakras, your third eye, your throat, and your heart chakra here. So it's asking for you to ground that energy so that you can maintain being balanced in it, right? And so with this Wilding card here, it's showing with the Two of Swords, this is giving me kind of that mental energy here. What I'm going to read is, I'm going to read the insert from the book on this particular card here. So give me 1 second. Let's see. But I can say intuitively what I'm picking up on this card is that, you know, you are overcoming some type of mental battle here. You've been struggling with this challenge for quite some time. I'm trying to get the glare out. But what he's showing here is that you at this crossroad and you've made a decision. You've made a decision to, either move forward is what I'm seeing, And based off this decision, it's helping you to tap into your fruits, right? It's helping you to tap into the things that you have been desiring, the things that's been on your heart, the things that you are being called to. You know, you're stepping more into this, like I said, Queen of Wands energy here. I'm feeling that very heavy, like that divine feminine is coming through for you very heavy here. So we have with this Wilding card, let's see. Okay, bear with me, family. I almost had it. Here we are. It says, pulling this card indicates that a time to connect to the most primal parts of yourself. This may mean you need to detach a bit from people around you so you can hear the whispers of your deepest knowing without the influence of others. The wilding is raw, empowered, and independent. Many people are intimidated by them because they need little from others and prioritize radical freedom, which can be unsettling as most of society operates within unspoken expectations and contracts, right? So the wilding burns the contract and heads into the woods. So the wilding comes to us as an ally when we need to break free of the systems that limit us. The wilding within us remembers time where we live with the land. When we walked barefoot, wow, what did I just say, guys? Didn't I just say about grounding and earthing and standing on the grass, you know, in the earth and planting yourself? This is what this is talking about here. So getting back connected with nature. So when we walk barefoot, when we live lives where, when our lives were in alignment with the natural world, right? Wilding is a call for remembrance. A good way to invoke wilding is to dive deeper into our body and hear what it needs from us on our most primal level. Okay? A balanced wilding prioritizes freedom but remains grounded. And that's exactly what I was just saying here with this wish fulfillment. It was like it's about you grounding yourself during this time. And so they possess an instinct that may not make sense to others, right? But never leads them astray. They are present to their own emotions and needs and will spend time on their personal development. An unbalanced wilding is in a state of perpetual chaos. Okay, so if you are feeling like things are chaotic for you, then that means that's an imbalance that's going on. So it's important for you to start getting out in nature and grounding yourself, right? Because there's some type of chaos within. And so if you're unbalanced, they are avoidant and often use the external for a band-aid of their internal dis-ease, which often means they are constantly moving on to the next thing. What they move on to never ends up being what they hope for. Okay, so I'm picking up too, a lot of you may have been feeling very unbalanced and ungrounded. So you've been avoiding the things within you that's been asking for your attention. So you're seeking this external things outside of you, hoping that this would be a band-aid, or hoping that this would be something that can validate you or fill some type of void. But what it's saying here is that you can't run from yourself. You can't run from, that internal disharmony. So you'll be constantly trying to search for the next thing, and when you move on to it, it's never going to work out. It's never going to work for you because you still have not yet learned the lesson behind it. There's a lesson. There's something that's here to teach you something. So if you're feeling very unbalanced as well, then this is your call right now to get focused on your internal world, because you've been very external. You've been looking outside of yourself for the answers. You've been looking everywhere else but within you. And the answers are within you. They're always been. Everything you need is always within you. And the more you avoid that work, the more you avoid, healing those aspects of you that are calling for your attention, the louder it's going to get and the more unbalanced you're going to become. And so eventually you're going to hit some type of rock bottom. You're going to hit where, hey, I don't have a choice but to really to sit down with myself and fix this. Right? This is your call to really, really, really take account on what it is that you need to change. You cannot run from yourself. That's what Spirit is saying. There is nothing for you to run from. It's time for you to actually get in alignment. Get in alignment. And that message was for some of you. Some of you are already making these choices. Some of you are already making these changes and these shifts. So you're feeling more grounded. You're feeling balanced. You're feeling things are moving. You're feeling things are just starting to come together for you. Right? So that's for a small group of you where you're feeling very grounded in yourself. And so what we have here with the relationships card here is showing, it says, I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. And so what this is showing here is that it's important for you to realize that you attract exactly what you need. You attract the certain people that gives you those lessons that you need, right? And they are always going to mirror you back to you. They're always going to show you something about you. It's about whether you're paying attention or not. It's about whether you are internalizing it, or if you're operating in your ego, then you're possibly, or even in your shadow, then you're possibly, ignoring these clues. You're not looking for the bigger lesson. So what Spirit is asking for you is that in your dynamics, it's important for you to ask questions. It's important for you in your interactions to understand, what is the lesson? What is this here to teach me? And ask those questions, because it's so many layers that's trying to unfold for you. You see how this is kind of like all this puzzles all interconnected. All of these pieces are interconnected. This represents how diverse and complex our inner world is, So there's all these different connections and all of these different parts that are in us. And so it's time that we actually get an understanding of what it is that our outside world is reflecting back to us, so that we can actually heal and ascend and evolve, right? And so with this Judgment card here, it's understanding that everybody has their own path and their own challenges. So where you are in your journey is unique to you. You be mindful, and this is what Spirit is saying. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is saying, be mindful of where you are actually comparing yourself to others, right? Be mindful of where you are judging others and judging yourself as well. This is about you having compassion. This is about you having understanding, because everybody is operating on their own level of awareness or their own level of consciousness, and not everybody is going to be at the place that you are. And so, when you can understand that your path and your challenges are here to teach you something, they're here for you to learn from, then you can really start to embody the lesson so that you can move on from it. But again, back to what this Wilden card was saying before, if you're not, looking at inside or doing that internal work, then you're going to continue to just, really just create more chaos. And Spirit is asking for you to really create balance and harmony for yourself. And it's up to you to choose that. we all have a choice. You have to choose those higher timelines and those higher levels of consciousness and those higher levels of awareness. That's a choice. That's not something that anyone can do for you. You have to do that healing work. You have to do that emotional work, right? And I know that sometimes can get a little, sticky, I guess, dealing with, your emotions, especially if you have been so emotionally disconnected. If you have just been shoving your emotions down and not connecting with them and not processing them and not healing them, then yeah, you definitely have a lot to unpack. However, it's not something you have to do all at once. It's over time. Take it one step at a time. That's what Spirit is saying. Do not, try to avoid feeling the pain. You have to feel it. You have to actually feel your way through this. And I don't know who that was for, but that's what Spirit is saying. You have to feel your feelings. Okay? All right, so even with this humor card here, it's showing I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So what this is saying here is that, it's about you choosing to understand that this is all for a bigger purpose. This is all for your good. This is not happening to you, it's happening for you. And so it's reminding you not to get caught up in the pessimism mindset. Don't get caught up in and thinking, negatively. It's about you having more of a optimistic or a positive mindset around the things that you are experiencing. Because the more that you look for that silver lining in your journey or in your process, then the more it will unfold to you in a beautiful way. Right? The more it will unfold for you. So this week is showing here that, there is some movement. There is some things that are shifting and changing for you. And there is some things that are, are really coming in. I'm sorry, guys. That's something that's outside creating all that noise. But if you can hear me, I'm going to try to speak over it. So pardon me. And that's what, thank you, Spirit. Yeah. So that's what Spirit is saying, how like there is some type of chaos that's drowning out. It's like all of this mental clutter, or all these things are just drowning out, like these fears or these doubts are drowning out your intuition. So this is about you getting connected to that inner voice within you. Because I'm going to tell you now, that ego is really loud. It's loud. It's going to drown out the truth. It's going to drown out your inner guidance. So that's why it can be hard navigating if you don't know what your intuition is or what it sounds like. You have to get connected. You have to now learn how to trust yourself. Because I'm telling you now, all of these, I'm sensing like different energies that you have absorbed, different people's opinions that you have absorbed as your own. And now it's creating all this mental chaos and clutter for you. It's time for you to clear that out. It's time for you to get to your truth. It's time for you to drown out everybody else's expectations of you and get connected to what is true for you. Or else you're going to continue to create more of the same. You're going to continue to create more of the same cycles, and you're going to repeat them. And you may think you're avoiding them because you may be avoiding certain people. But guess what? You're going to run into it again with the next person. So Spirit is saying you can't run from yourself. You can't hide from yourself. The lesson has got to get learned. It's a karmic lesson that you have to learn and overcome. So that's what it's saying here, is about you tapping in to learning the lesson so that you can tap into all of this abundance that's here waiting for you. So we have our angel answer cards here. So if you've asked a question in the beginning of this reading, or even if you have any questions regarding this situation for you, we're going to get the answer here now. And so this card says, whatever this pertains to you, remember, just take what resonates. It says a year from now. A year from now. And we also have, it's up to you. It's up to you. So, so what this is saying here is that, you know, a year from now, you're going to see how this particular situation that you've asked about, or that you're concerned about, or that you're dealing with, is going to be in a whole new, well, actually, you're going to be in a whole new place. You know, everything is going to be different because you are different. You're going to be different a year from now. And a year from now, that situation is going to change for you. And it's showing here how it's up to you on what direction you want to take it, or what direction you want to go, because you hold the power. You have the key to create your reality. You have a choice. You have a choice. So whatever it is that you want and whatever it is you desire, you got to get clear on that, or else you're going to continue to get more chaos. If you say you want something, align with that truth, align with that timeline. You can't keep flip-flopping and going back and forth, because you're only going to create more confusion for yourself. And essentially, if you're confused, if you're getting this confusing energy, then that means you need to start grounding yourself and clear out all of these other energies that you have taken in. Clear out all of that other, these other voices that you are listening to. You're seeking too many answers from other people instead of yourself. That's what Spirit is saying. Listen to your own divine guidance. Listen to your own divine knowing. This is about you developing your relationship with your spirit guides, with your spirit team, so that you can understand what direction you need to go in. But if you're looking for other people to give you that answer, you're going to continue to keep running around in a circle and not getting anywhere. You're going to continue to just create the same pattern. It's time that you evolve from that. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, so that's the energy we have for this week. That's what came up, and I know that was pretty kind of all over the place. But again, you know, take what resonates and leave what don't. Let me know how this reading resonates with you. Leave a comment in the comment section, and thank you guys for tuning in. If you're looking or interested in booking a personal reading with me, we can get very specific and detailed, and give you some divine guidance in your journey. So you can click the link in my description box for a personal reading, and I'll see you guys in our next week's reading. So thank you again, and let me thank our spirit guide, our ancestors, and our spirit team for this divine message. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, spirit team. Thank you. Ashe. Have a good one. Bye.